Leaving boxing right now at the gym, and I got a great let me take this off Bluetooth. Okay, I got a great conversation while I was in the shower, right? I just had the phone and I'm talking to somebody in the shower. I have to no junk removal. We do have two jobs on the schedule. One, Maddie is taking care of it, and the other one is Orson. He's taking care of a hot tub with some other stuff that I told him we'd give an estimate on. Good morning, Alex. ¿Cómo estás, amigo? What's up? So the guy I was talking to just a while ago, he was talking about he does paramedics. He's a paramedic, kind of like Maddie, right? I kind of related it back over to my son. So he's a paramedic, and he does junk removal on the side, only on the weekends. As a matter of fact, he was driving. He decided to call me while he was driving to a job site and asked if I had a few moments. I'm like, yeah, I'm just about to take a shower, blah, blah. I talked to him while I was in the shower. I didn't care. The gentleman, the paramedic, wants to know, up in a small town too in Montana. So I honestly remember the town that he told me, but he just said he's starting a junk removal service in Montana in a small town. Has like 300,000 people or something like that. I don't know what town it is. I didn't even really ask or anything like that. But as we're talking, man, it is bright as hell. Let me put on my glasses, guys. He wants to know when to take this job full time. When can he stop doing paramedics and start going full time? Because he says he gets phone calls during the day, and sometimes he's unable to answer them. And I can kind of relate to him because of Maddie. I take his phone calls during the day, and then he can only do jobs Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So he's on 3 days, off 4 days. So anything he gets on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, anything he gets off, gets phone calls on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I have to schedule them for him Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and Sunday. And there's a big chance that a competitor will take that job from him during those 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And I tell Maddie all the time, and I told this gentleman, I do most of my jobs next day or same day service. It's going to be a rarity that I schedule out 3 days or 4 days or 5 days down in advance. I don't do that. So it's very difficult for me to tell his customers that he can't get there until Thursday when they call Monday, right? Because they want it done now. So I told the gentleman that predicament, the guy who called me this morning, the paramedic, and I told him I have the same situation with Maddie. His customers sometimes cancel on him by the time he gets to Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And it's difficult. My son works these long hours, by the way, long hours. And I can tell that sometimes when he gets home at, because right now he just finished a shift. He's finished a shift right now. He's getting home at 12. He's got everything scheduled after 12 today. Everything is scheduled after 12. And I can tell that sometimes he doesn't want to work. I can tell in his voice. I can tell how he talks. And he can tell my disappointment on the phone. He really does, because I get frustrated and I'm like, dude, what are we going to do? We got to get somebody else in Frisco, right? I think there comes a time where people need to realize when they need to take this job serious. Most junk removal owners who are doing this part-time on the weekends or on the days off or after 5, I know somebody that does them after 5, which I can't comprehend. I just don't understand doing junk removal at night. It's crazy. I think it's crazy. But I've talked to people like that too. So this paramedic in Montana averages about 2 to 3 jobs on the weekends. That's Saturday and Sunday. Saturday and Sundays was only 2 days off. He makes more money. He told me this. He did say this to me. He said he makes more money in those 2 days than he does the whole week in paramedics. And he only puts in about 5 hours each day. So he works 10 hours. Friday and Saturdays combined, 5 hours each day. And then he works 45 hours Monday through Friday. And I was like, holy moly, as a paramedic. I told him, listen, brother, how long has this been going on? He said, well, last month, every weekend. I said, well, how long ago did you start your business? He said, about 3 months ago. And what happened the first 2 months? And he said, I was just getting off to a rough start. My friend was doing it. I decided I was doing it. And I asked him what kind of vehicle he has, by the way. I did ask him that. I asked him what kind of vehicle he has. And he said he's got an F-150, a Ford F-150. And he borrows his trailer from his neighbor. His neighbor's got an enclosed 14-foot trailer next to him. Enclosed, so like a horse trailer. Without the windows and the horses, of course. And he just uses it all the time. And the neighbor doesn't care because he's an old guy. He told me he can keep it. So I said, your startup costs are nothing. He goes, yeah, and I asked him how he gets his jobs, and he said he only, get this, he uses 3 apps: Facebook, Nextdoor, and Craigslist. That's it. That's all he does. And I said, well, how about your website? He doesn't have a website. He doesn't have a website. He does not have a Google My Business. So when I told him about Google My Business, his eyes open up and they're like, whoa, a whole new world, right? And I told him, this is what I told him. He wants to know if he should quit his job and ask for some advice on it. I said, brother, when on the weekends, how many jobs is the most you've ever done in the weekends? And he said 3. I said, okay, that's good. Whenever you're doing 6 jobs Saturday and 6 jobs Sunday, that's when the light should go off in your head and say, oh my gosh, I need to do something with my life other than paramedics. That's when he should really think about going in to the junk removal service seriously. And then he told me, yeah, man, you know, I want to do this, bro, Cardo, and I love your videos, and I want to do this. I want to go to paramedics part-time. And I said, what's part-time? He said 30 hours is part-time with paramedics. It's 25 to 30 is what he said. That's part-time with paramedics. I said, well, that would give you what, 2 days off or 1 day off? He said 2 days off, more. So that means he would work 3 days, okay, 3 days, and then forego 4 days full-time with junk removal. And I said, okay. I said, yeah, I don't think, first of all, I don't think he should lose his paramedic job. It's a good paying job. I know that because Matty makes good money. And he goes, yeah, I was, and this is what he says. This is kind of the voice he says it to me in too, right? He goes, yeah, Ricardo, you know, I've been doing this, and I've learned on the weekends, and I know I miss a lot of calls Monday through Friday, but I schedule everything for the weekends, and I have a lot of cancellations. I was thinking, yeah, I know why. They find someone else. But a lot of people understand my situation. I tell them I'm a paramedic, and I'm like, okay, that's what Matty does, right? Matty does that too. He plays that, you know? And I said, okay. He goes, yeah. And right after, I was thinking of this, Ricardo, right after I go full-time, like, tell the paramedics, you know, tell the hospital that I'm going part-time, I'm going to go out and buy me a new truck and then stop borrowing my buddy's trailer, my neighbor's trailer. I'm going to get a good 16-foot enclosed trailer like the one that Orson has on your channel. And I said, okay, slow, pump your brakes. Pump your brakes. I tell him, okay, listen, let me tell you something. You started junk removal because of why? He goes, I saw your videos. I saw your videos. I said, great. And he took pricing from what? I saw your videos. I saw your videos. I said, okay. Then why would you buy a new truck and a trailer? He goes, you're right. I didn't see that video. And I said, exactly, brother. And that's going to be one of his mistakes. If he goes full-time junk removal and goes part-time paramedic, that's the mistakes he's going to make. He's going to start buying a truck, a new trailer. I said, borrow his trailer, save everything cash. And here's another situation. I asked him, he lives with him and his girlfriend in an apartment. I asked him, I said, so how much money have you saved in the last 3 months doing junk removal? He goes, well, you know, I got a lot of bills. I've been paying my wife's car and blah, blah, blah. We got about $1,800. And I said, well, that's a big problem right there. How are you going to, get a truck and a trailer? He goes, oh, I'm going to finance it. She's got great credit. Well, that's another problem right there. Don't do all that, guys. Guys, if you learn from my videos, you learn from me telling everybody, don't do crazy stuff like that. Stop financing your vehicles. Start financing your trailers and buy everything cash. This is a very profitable business, but you can get caught up really quick paying all these ridiculous bills that are out there. Stop paying for ads. Stop paying for leads. This guy organically is getting leads somehow. I have no idea. But he uses Facebook. He doesn't pay for any ads, by the way. He does Facebook. He does Craigslist. He does spend about $50 a week, he said, on Facebook. And then he also does Nextdoor. And I said, wow, well, that's great. He finds 2 ways to advertise for free on Facebook and advertise on Nextdoor for free. And he's spending a little on Craigslist. You're never going to get the returns that you do on Craigslist that you'll get on Facebook. I will tell you that, okay? I need to do a video about that, by the way. You know, I want everybody to take this in effect. Now, there are states and cities that Craigslist is awful. Like Craigslist does not exist. There are states and cities that are like that. I've heard of that. But to the cities that Craigslist does exist, I'm going to tell you something. You put $50 into Craigslist and you put $50 into Google Ads, and you want to see a difference? Yeah. And I think a lot of people could agree with me. But in this guy's case, I told him, when you get 6 jobs every Saturday and every Sunday, that's when you know that you can go part-time paramedic and full-time junk removal. That's when you'll know. And I kind of left him with that. I kind of left him with that idea, right? To do that. He was like, okay, yeah, I'll do that. And I was like, all right, man. So let's do that. And I said, why don't you keep in touch with me? So he's going to start keeping in touch with me every weekend. He'll call me on Sundays. I told him, just call me every Sunday. Whenever you make another move, call me on Sundays and we'll go from there. And he's like, okay. So we're going to check in next month also. I'm going to check in with him next month. And we're going to see where he's at and the decisions that he's made and see if his business has grown. That's what we're going to do. Anyway, guys, I'm here at the cemetery today. I'm at the cemetery. I'm going to see my son and I'm going to see my father here. They're both buried here at the cemetery. And just see my family, because my family comes here every year around this time. It's pretty tough. Anyway, guys, I will talk to y'all later. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I will see y'all later, and have a great weekend, guys. Well, the weekend's almost over. Bye-bye.